Your body remembers everything.
Every heartbreak, every stress you pretended didn't matter.
It did. Your body did keep the score.
Your body is not against you, it's just protecting you.
We talk about fat loss like it's war. Starve, grind, restrict, but your body doesn't respond to punishment, it responds to safety.
You burn energy every day without even trying, and that's TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. Heartbeat, breathing, digestion, thinking, moving, just existing is using up a lot of calories without you even having to try. When you eat below that for too long, your body doesn't go, oh great, we're losing fat. Instead it says, oh, she's starving again. So it slows everything down. Metabolism, energy, hormones.
That tired, foggy, cold feeling.
That's not laziness, that's you being in your survival mode. You don't burn fat by eating less, you burn fat when your body feels safe enough to let go of it.
I need you to really get this into your head, but binge eating is not something you can win with willpower alone. All those people that say, oh, just distract yourself, just do something that makes you happy, go for a walk, go work out, do this, watch TV. They do not know what they're talking about, or they're trying to give you some fake advice that they very well know that doesn't work. And I know this because I've been there, I've done that, I've tried it. It does not work. It does not work. Anyone who has ever struggled with binge eating, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think that binge eating is something that comes in and out of your life, like you kind of get remissions. As in, I've been struggling with this since I was, for like the past 7 or 8 years now, let's say that. The latest binging episode crash out I had was in August, like at the start of August, because my health wasn't really that good and I was going through some things and I had some stomach issues, blah blah blah, whatever. I started binging and it was bad. Like, you know those mini Twixes, the tiny ones? I had one, right? Yeah, I had one. Went to my room, ate it. I went back down, got another one, had the second one. Came back to my room, was not satisfied, went back down again, grabbed the third one. Guess how many I had? I had 9 of those mini Twixes altogether, 9 of them. I felt so disgusting and I felt so ashamed, and even though I had 9, I just couldn't stop. And like the more I had, the more disgusted I was. My stomach was hurting. Yeah, this is a mental illness 100% because it's not normal to be eating like this. Ever since then, I have kind of updated my cheat code to overcoming binge eating, and I have not really had another episode or a crash out ever since then. So I think I have finally figured out a cheat code, because as long as I stick to this, the cheat code that I'm about to tell you right now, I'm doing good. I'm not binging. I don't get the craving. There was like a weekend where I was very busy, that I didn't follow my procedures, I didn't do what I'm about to tell you, and I was so close to binging again, but I was like, no, I don't want to feel like a pig again. So the next day I go back to the blueprint. So how does fat loss actually work? You need to understand that fat loss is not restriction, it's communication. Every single day your body is asking you one question, and that is, am I safe? If the answer is no, because of chronic stress, under eating, bad sleep, unhealthy friendships or relationship, your metabolism downshifts in order to protect you. That's exactly why you can do everything right, as in working out, being in a caloric deficit, and still stall and be unable to lose fat, because your body cares about survival and not your aesthetics. If you really want to lose fat, the job is not to starve, but to rebuild trust, and that happens by eating regularly, sleeping like it's your job, because it literally is. If you only take out one thing away from this video, it's what I learned the hard way, which is that when your body feels safe, it starts working with you and not against you. People always obsess over calories and macros and forget the foundation, which are the micronutrients. Calories determine your body weight. Macros, which are the proteins, carbs, and fat, shape your body composition, which is how much fat compared to muscle you have. And micros are your vitamins and minerals, which drive performance and decide how you operate. So the 3 big builders are protein. Carbs are the primary fuel for your brain, and whilst you're working out, fats are essential for nutrients absorption of vitamins like the vitamin A, D, E, and vitamin K, and they're also very important for making sure that you feel full after eating. I would say the most important macros that you should start supplementing if you're deficient or very low on is iron, which carries oxygen, and without it, your brain, your heart, and your muscles would underperform because they wouldn't get the oxygen that they really need, as well as zinc, vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin B complex. If you live in a country like UK where there's not really any sun, you are most likely vitamin D deficient, and you should be taking that all year long, and if you don't and your vitamin D is low, probably why you get the winter depression. You can really hit all calories perfectly and still feel half alive, half dead if these micronutrients are missing. When my ferritin in January this year was so low, it was like 12, should be between 50 to I think 150 for women. Every night I felt like I wouldn't wake up in the morning. I literally thought I would die in my sleep. I had that constant feeling of impending doom. My heart was always hurting. I just felt like I was dying. It was not nice. I could not even do 3 squats because I would feel faint. It's not an issue of lack of willpower. That's literally your body being weak because it's starving for the right nutrients, for the right fuel. So it's really important you get your micronutrients, especially if you're trying to lose fat. If you have the same kind of feeling, check your ferritin levels because you are probably deficient as hell. You do not need to eat less food, you just need better food. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why you binge eat, to stop it, how to fix bloating, how to reduce food noise, and how to strategically design your environment so that you don't struggle with food anymore. And I will also teach you how to eat your skincare so that all the money you spend on those serums and creams that are very expensive are not actually going to waste. If you binge eat like an animal that hasn't seen food in 2 months, then you are probably not weak, you are just dysregulated. Hear me out. There are 3 main drivers behind binge eating. The first one is emotional regulation, which is where you eat in order to meet your feelings, whatever the feelings be. If you have not processed them, if you don't know how to deal with them, if they're just overwhelming you and you don't have any coping mechanism, you will binge eat to deal with the emotions. The second one is a restrictive backlash. If you are starving yourself all day and working out, it's normal that you go crazy at night and start eating anything and everything that you can get your hands on. Is literally a natural consequence of your actions. The third driver are the environmental cues. Every single food there is out there in the grocery store has been strategically designed to go against your own biology. A packet of cookies that you open, you have 1 cookie, yeah, okay, nice, you want 1 more, you grab 1 more, then another one, then another one, then another one, and then the toxic cycle starts. You are now like an animal that hasn't eaten in 2 months, you can't stop yourself, you feel guilty, you feel ashamed, you're so disgusted of yourself, but you need to have 1 more, right? Yeah, I don't blame you for that. There's people literally working overtime right now to design those cookies in a way where you cannot have just 1 or 2 or 3, you need to have the whole packet all at once, and I don't blame you for this. I don't blame you for binging when they're designed in that way, but what is your responsibility is that you design your environment in a way that is not tempting for you, because these cookies, if you have just 1, you're gonna want another one. Show that your dopamine is in check, that your glucose doesn't spike too often, and this is your responsibility. No one is going to come into your life and tell you, don't do this, don't do this, do that. The only person that's the closest to helping you is me through this video right now, so make sure you watch it until the very end, because long term, this video can save your life. The reason I started making these videos in the first place is the fact that we don't really even realize that these little things we do every single day, that chronic stress, that chronic unhappiness, not being satisfied, not being happy, always being miserable, depressed, that will bring on so many illnesses in your life. And I've seen it with my own eyes. I've experienced it, I've seen it, I heard it. There are a lot of people that get sick when they shouldn't have. There's this one guy that my dad knows, which he never eats sugar, right? Never eats any chocolates, no candies, no sweets, no nothing. And yet he developed diabetes. How? Sugar is everywhere. Even if you eat potatoes or rice, bread, whatever, that is full of sugar. This is how a natural banana used to look back in the days, and this is how a banana looks now. The difference is that the modern banana has so little fiber and so much sugar, and it goes the same for every single fruit there is. Grapes, apples, whatever there is, naturally is meant to be full of fiber and have very little sugar. But nowadays, the fruits that we eat are the opposite. So you might think that you're eating healthy because, oh, you eat 5 fruits a day and, you know, you don't eat any chocolates, no candies, no nothing. Those fruits are full of sugar though. And if you eat on an empty stomach, like this guy would always eat first thing in the morning, he would eat like an apple or grapes or whatever, any fruit that was, right? That causes such a big glucose spike, and diabetes happens when you have so many glucose spikes. So you have your baseline where your sugar is usually supposed to be. When you eat something sugary, your glucose spikes heavily. When it spikes so heavily, it then crashes down way lower below the baseline, exactly what sugar crash is. So you eat sugar, you're full of energy because your glucose spikes, then it crashes down, so you're tired, you can't focus, you can't concentrate, you feel sleepy, you can't do anything. Insulin resistance is very dangerous, and it happens as a result of these constant glucose spikes. The reason it's dangerous is because it can lead to a mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondria is this powerhouse in your cell. It's this part of your cell that turns food into energy. So when you eat chicken, your body cannot just use this chicken, right? It needs to convert it into the right currency called ATP, and that's exactly what the mitochondria does. When there's a mitochondrial dysfunction, your mitochondria does not work well enough, meaning that your mitochondria cannot produce energy well enough. This is very simplified and summarized, but over time, this can basically lead to any and every disease that you can possibly think of. If you have eaten 1000 calories and worked all day and worked out, of course you will lose control at night, and that is not you self-sabotaging yourself. That is normal, that is a natural consequence, and that is your body trying to survive. The fix is not to eat less or distract yourself. The fix is to design better. So your actionable task for the week is to go to the grocery store and buy peppers, cucumbers, pickles, fermented vegetables like fermented cabbage, Greek yogurt, the plain one, not any sweetened to flavor, whatever, kefir, apples, dates. Dates are really good for you and really tasty as well. Mixed nuts, get protein, get vegetables, and then you need to get these things for the recipes I'm about to tell you. This is a list of best superfoods, so things that are really, really good for you. I need you now to pick 2 to 3 of these and actually have these every single day. Start seeing these as like a side quest of your day, like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. By doing this, by having this, you are unlocking clear skin. The rules that you have to religiously follow are: number 1, do not let yourself get ravenous, stay fat. Number 2, have sugary and sweet things only after having protein or fat to blunt glucose spikes. Number 3, give yourself 1 dessert daily, normal portion, nothing crazy. That can be anything you want: crisps, chocolate cake, a Twix, literally anything. It's the fact that every single day you know you will get to eat exactly what you want, and you're not stopping yourself, you're not restricting yourself. You know you will get that slice of a chocolate cake. That will keep you so strong because you know you are getting this reward, and all you have to do is stick with the good eating throughout the day. The behavioral cheat codes, which are really, really important. You need to prep yourself twice a week protein, whatever it be, if it's some chicken or falafel, meatballs, like literally anything. Make sure you make a batch big enough to last you for like 3 to 4 days, and then you just have to make this batch twice a week, so that whenever you are hungry, instead of grabbing whatever there is, you grab your protein. And protein is so nice to snack on. It's honestly the best thing. Also, get an air fryer. If you don't have one, get one, because that is a whole life changer itself. Start having nuts every single day. I don't really like the bitter taste of nuts, so what I do is that I have like a handful or 2, or like 1.5 sometimes. I have it with like 2 squares of chocolate, so your craving is satisfied without the crash, because you get the protein and the healthy fats from nuts that slow down the absorption and release of sugar in your gut. We would always have a soup, and then after we have the big dinner, and until I stopped eating a soup and then a big dinner, I never realized how very important it is. Having just one bowl of soup keeps you so full, and it's so healthy. I'm not talking about like the ready-made soup. No, don't do that. You have to make a big pot of soup yourself. That will last you for like 3-4 days minimum, because you can also freeze it in jars or whatever and then take it out the night before. My newest invention is like a Turkish lentil cream soup. That is so tasty, and if I just have like a small bowl of it, it keeps me full for like 3 to 4 hours minimum. The thing I do, I try to make it nutritious, I try to make it tasty, and I try to also make it in a way where I don't have to spend a lot of time making it, or I can make it all at once, so then I can have it over the next few days. Instead of just having a plain boring cucumber or carrot, you can make a Korean carrot salad or Korean cucumber salad. A whole series on my TikTok and Instagram showing you all of these recipes and like cheat codes to eating well, healthy and quick things. So make sure you check that out. When you fry anything, fry with olive oil. Avoid industrial seed oils because they're very bad for you. They cause so much inflammation, and just avoid it as much as you can. I know olive oil is expensive, but make it an investment for yourself and your body. Don't go too crazy on sugar. Try to keep it as low as possible, or only get it from natural sources like fruits or honey, because every time you eat sugar, it causes glycation, and glycation basically increases the speed within which your skin ages. So if you don't want your skin to age, don't eat that much sugar. And if it's already too late and you did overdo sugar and had too much of it, go for a walk, like a 10 or 20-minute walk, do calf raises or body weight squats. Active muscles basically soak up glucose, and insulin resistance is linked to a lot of chronic conditions. So protecting your mitochondria and improving your insulin sensitivity is really important. So even if you did binge, even if you did mess up, just go for a walk, use your calves and let them soak up all of that glucose. Chapter number 5, how to actually rebuild a healthy relationship with food. Food is not punishment. You should start seeing it as information that tells your body how to function, how to heal, and how to feel. The key is to basically start eating for nourishment and not for the pleasure of it or whatever, to suppress some emotion. When you have chicken, you should think about the protein that you're getting. When you have a beetroot juice, imagine all the iron helpers and antioxidants, not just the calories that go in. When you have nuts, don't think about fat. It's literally healthy fats. They literally help and support your brain and your hormones and are making you healthier and make your body function way better. You do not need a fancy diet, you just need a rhythm that you can live with, and all the blueprints I gave you provide you with exactly what you need. And one more very important thing is supplements. Majority of supplements is just expensive pee. Before you buy or start taking any supplements at all, get your blood work done, check your levels of vitamins, of minerals and all of these things, because something like vitamin C, you don't need to supplement it. If you have, I think it's like 1 bell pepper provides you with enough vitamin C for the whole day or something like that. When you do start taking supplements, you also need to think about the absorption, because something like vitamin D needs to be taken with vitamin K2, because otherwise the calcium can go, instead of going into your bones, it can go into like your veins or your heart. Iron is best absorbed with vitamin C. It should also be taken on empty stomach, and for 1 to 2 hours after having the iron supplement, you should not be having any tea, chocolate, nuts or coffee, because the absorption of iron will be reduced down by up to 70% even. Some other supplements that I also recommend are omega-3 supplements, because most of us don't really get it from our diet. Magnesium glycinate, zinc and selenium, as well as collagen, but only if you're taking enough protein, and you don't really need to start it unless you're like in your early to mid 20s. And if you don't eat enough fermented foods, start taking some probiotics as well, because they are really good for your gut microbiome. I have always had a really good skin until I started experimenting with different skincare products. Like I would get this cleanser, that moisturizer, this serum, that serum, whatever. My skin has started breaking out and I was like, oh my god, this is not good. Like I've always naturally had a good skin with just using a cleanser and a makeup remover. So then I stopped using all of these things, but then my skin would be better, then worse, then I would break out randomly, and I would have a lot of these like under skin bumps, like especially on my forehead, just those like little bumps. It looks like sand, like if you plastered a sand, it looks like that. I figured out that it might be the cream I'm using, because I've always been using the Nivea cream. I stopped using it, started using the CeraVe moisturizer. This one got better but wasn't fully gone, and then I would get these random like, it's not an acne, because I would only get like 1, I don't know, like 2 a month, then the next month I wouldn't get any. It's like a cystic spot. It's like a volcano under your skin. It's like not rupturing, but it looks like you have like a big whatever. A few months ago I had one on my forehead as well. It was like Etna, the volcano was so massive, it wouldn't rupture, nothing would be happening with it. It was just growing bigger and bigger, and I was getting the worst headaches. So eventually I went to my GP. She gave me an antibiotic and she said like, looks like you have some acne, like do I want some like gel for acne? I think Epiduo, I think that's what she wanted to give me. And I said no. I was like, I don't have acne. She said, but you do have quite a few blemishes, like it looks like acne. I was like, no, I don't have acne, because my sister, she had acne, like acne, like really bad acne, like meat out, everything ruptured, crazy looking acne, right? So in my head I was like, yeah, I don't have acne, like she had acne, I don't have acne, because I was comparing my skin and her skin. I did have acne, it's just that it wasn't as bad as hers. So I started eating my skincare, which I saw effects after like 2 to 3 weeks even, which was nice, but these little like on the skin bumps wouldn't go away. So I was doing some more research and I came across tretinoin, which is an active ingredient that increases your cell turnover. Right now I have like this personalized treatment with tretinoin and azelaic acid and some topical antibiotic, I think it was. So if I see some good results after a month or something, I will give you the code I have. I know that you have spent a lot of money on skincare, on creams, on serums, but skin is built in the kitchen. Your collagen shouldn't just come from a serum, it should also come from your dinner. Even if you take the collagen supplements, you still need protein plus vitamin C plus zinc plus copper to actually build it. If you're taking collagen supplements and your protein intake is like 20 grams a day, your money is going down the drain. Here's the blueprint for eating your skincare that I personally use every single day. So first thing I have in the morning is the flaxseed drink. Then from today, I'm starting to have okra water. Then I have a carrot a day, every single day. 1 carrot a day will make your skin look so beautiful, even and glowy. Then I have 1 green apple and a ginger shot with lemon. Then in the afternoon, I have some pumpkin seed, a handful of mixed nuts with 2 squares of dark or milk chocolate. Every time I have milk for cereals, coffee or whatever, I have soya milk, unsweetened soya milk, instead of cow milk. And every evening, as well as throughout the day, I have green tea, fano tea. Your body will keep you alive even when you treat it badly, because it adapts, it holds on, and it protects. Whatever it is that you are going through right now, whether that is struggling to lose fat or gain muscle or to overcome binge eating, you will survive whatever it is that you're going through, but you will become a completely different person, because the amount of effort and discipline it takes to get through these struggles is enormous. And you will not be that victim version of yourself. You will become someone who knows how to deal with life. You will become someone that is a high value person, someone who respects themselves, respects their body, and knows what they want from life. So despite all of these things that are designed to go against your own biology and are designed to destroy you, make you weaker, make you miserable, you are now going to design your own environment and take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.